crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video I am going to show you a ton of pillow ideas. A lot of them are really simple and anyways, it should be really fun just to look back and get a ton of ideas. As you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle all that normal good stuff. Okay, let me show you the one that just fell off the counter. We made this here on DiyDreaming a couple of weeks ago, and I just used little pieces of fabric from some fabric sample decorator books from a fabric store, actually from a decorator friend of mine. That was really fun. I'm going to just sort of throw things on the floor. Anyways, so that's the introduction, and let me tell you a couple things. First of all, it is so much easier to have a couple of pillow inserts that you change out frequently than to have 46 individual pillows. So that is basically what I do, is I have some covers that I've made, or that I used the awesome ones from Magnolia DIY.com, and then I'm constantly switching them out. I also have in my huge tub here some table runners and some pillow wraps. So the lumber pillows that I have made are 12 by 24, and the square pillows that I have made are 18 by 18. Okay, this is what I currently have sitting on my sofa and on the hearth, and I absolutely love this one. It's supposed to remind you a little bit of a flag, and I just use vintage doilies, buttons, and lace, and then the awesome Magnolia DIY.com cover. Here's another one that I really love that's sitting on my sofa right now. These are my colors, in case you're thinking, oh, how boring. This is totally my color: cream, white, beige, with buttons and lace, and sometimes some little pom-poms. Alrighty, and then this is what I have had sitting on my hearth forever. This is a pillow wrap, in case you're not knowing what this is. I'm going to pull up my big tub, so stay with me. And these are great because then you can just have a pillow. This is one of the Magnolia pillow covers that you are just constantly swapping in and out with different designs, and this is basically how it works. It has Velcro on the back of it. And these pillow covers are super easy to store. Okay, so let me pull up some things that I have right here. This was a pillow cover that we made here on DiyDreaming not very long ago, and it is a sunflower all over pattern stencil that I did in gold and kind of a glittering white, and then I added buttons. Oh my word, I'm about to make a giant mess because look at what I've got here. Okay, so I'm just going to run through these real quick. Most of the, if there are stencils involved, and they're not involved in every single one, they are from Magnolia DIY.com. The actual pillow covers are also from Magnolia DIY.com. So are the pillow wraps, and so are the table runners. This one says, "Bless our nest," and I just embellished it with some little pieces off of some Dollar Tree flowers, and I added buttons. Oh, this was a fun one. I did this one using pieces of vintage quilts that were tattered and torn and threadbare and not really usable anymore. So once they get to that point, you might as well make something fun with them. And then I added some black buttons to it. Okay, this is an adorable set. Oh my gosh. And for summer. And I just created this starfish using a chenille bedspread that I found at Goodwill for like $7. So I made this one. I also made this one. This is a lumbar pillow cover. And I even used the fringe from the bottom of the bedspread. Isn't that cute? And then to go with that, I just created this little starfish pillow. I have a button here on the floor. I'm not sure why, but let me pick it up because it's gonna trip me or something. Okay, here was a fun one that I made a couple years ago. Those are bunnies in canvas duck cloth. They're stuffed, and I did a stencil on them, and then I added the little pom-pom and the little bow around this one's neck. This was a table runner that I made using painter's drop cloth and some Mandela lace stencil designs in white ink, and then I created this little ruffle. And this was made just with hot glue, you guys. So, and the painter's drop cloth that's probably like $2 worth of it, if even that. Okay, here's another set that is some of my absolute favorites. Oh my gosh. This was Christmas this last year. I'll definitely be getting this out again. And for this one, I did the zip on the side. I added a little trim of some canvas that was striped, and then I added these black grosgrain ribbons to tie at the side, and it says the most wonderful time of the year. I love this pillow. I also did this one to go with it. Isn't that cute? And the zipper's at the bottom, but I did the like little panel on the side. This is for a lumbar pillow to go with this one. Aren't those cute? And then this is the same style, but a brighter color. This one says cardinals appear when angels are near. And I did the same idea with the little strip of red and white ticking, and then I used that same red and white ticking to create ties. Isn't that cute? Oh, this was a fun pillow. And I did this one maybe 3 years ago, I think. You can see, if you're watching, that I love pillows. I love stuffies. I just love interesting fabric. I mean, my personal style really is pretty cream because it just looks so great with the decor that I currently have in my family room. But what I hope you will get from watching this video is a ton of ideas of how you can use what you might have, what you might like, what might go with your decor to make fun pillows. And I tend to use a lot of buttons. This was just an all over snowflake pattern, stencil in gold ink. Glittering gold, I think is what that's called. And then buttons, big surprise. Okay, this is cute. And let me see if I can find the other piece that goes with it. That's Easter also. I may not have had another piece that went with it. I can't remember. These are carrots for Easter. And then this right here is a hula, what do they call it? Hawaiian hula skirt from Dollar Tree that looks very much like raffia. Put that on the top of my carrots. The carrots are just made out of canvas duck that I stenciled with white ink, and then each one of the carrots has, surprise, surprise, a button and some lace on it. This is another really pretty pillow. I love this. I love to add flowers as well. So this is a stencil that's available in the spring only, and it's called something bunny. I don't remember for sure. But I added Dollar Tree flowers to jazz up the side of it. This was a pillow that we did not too long ago. And it's just flowers. It's just happy. And they're stuffed. And I used some samples out of some fabric decorator books that a decorator friend gave me. And stuffed them. And you can see that I used a variety of different fabrics with sort of blue and cream as the theme. Holy moly, I've made a lot. Oh my goodness. This is another pretty simple pillow cover that I made. I used two different stencil designs. The silver is a design called All Over Crosses. And then the black is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever shall believe shall not perish but have eternal life. And he did that while we were still sinners. Anyways, so this is a good all time of the year type of pillow. Oh gosh, I made this one so long ago, probably around 3 or 3.5 years ago. This design I don't think is even available anymore. But it says, these are the good old days. It's been in the bottom of my bin, so it's very foldy. But I created this up and down kind of border using something that I made that I called fabric snippets. It's just little pieces of fabric, buttons, lace, small doily pieces, and then I used silver ink on that. Wow. I'm feeling overwhelmed just looking at my tub, and I hope you don't feel overwhelmed watching this. I hope that this just gives you ideas, and if you want to sprinkle this video so you'll be able to come back and find it, you know, next spring or at Christmas or whatever, that would be great. And also, I have a YouTube channel that has a playlist that is just pillows. So I think when I'm all finished here, in the first comment, I will put the link to my pillow playlist on my YouTube channel. I will also put links to purchase the pillow covers, the 18 by 18 pillow covers, the 12 by 24 lumber pillow covers, the pillow wraps, and then the table runners. This was a beautiful pillow that I made using pieces of fabric from a decorator's fabric book and a stencil that says I am a child of God. I made this one maybe 3 or more years ago. Here are two that I made a few years ago at Christmas time, maybe 2 years ago. And this is just a snowflake design that I created using buttons. That's it. That's all that's on there, and I did not sew them. I used hot glue. If a button pops off, I can just glue it right back on, but isn't that pretty? And I also made this one a few years ago. I think I had this out on my hearth at Thanksgiving one year. Let's see what you guys say. Tell me what you think so far. Oh my goodness. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. This was a pretty pillow cover that I made with surprise cream colored ink and this Mandela lace stencil, and then my favorite vintage mother of pearl buttons. Thank you, Sherry. She says it's pretty. Oh, Marcia says I'm so talented. Could I explain the fabric snippet pillow more, please. You know what? I will get you that video. I'll get that for everyone. I'll put my YouTube video on the whole snippet thing because I also made a journal. And I'll put that towards the very top of the comments. So come back and take a peek at that later. Here is another lumbar pillow that I made. It's pretty plain. I just used gold and silver ink, and it says, "Be still and know that I am God." It's very crumpled. Here is, I think I used these two together because they're the silver and gold combination. This is a stencil design that I'm not sure if you can get anymore. It was called retro flower or something, and then I used a sunflower design in the center and added a ton of buttons. This was a pillow wrap that I made from scratch before Magnolia started carrying pillow wraps. And it says on one side, "Be still and know that I am God," and on the other side it says, "He is risen." And I just used some Velcro. And this is a piece of canvas duck with some ribbon glued on either side, and the edge is really frayed. All right, what else do I put in here? Oh my goodness. I love pillows, obviously. I might not have made so many, except this is kind of my job to craft, and I love making pillows, so I do it frequently. This is a pillow wrap that I made, I think last summer. And so this is the pillow wrap, you know, from MagnoliaDIY.com. And then I used painter's drop cloth to create this stuffed flower. These are rolled rosettes that I made. And this is just a ruffled up long piece of painter's drop cloth that has buttons on it. It's really cute. This is totally my style. Oh, this was so cute. Oh my gosh, I loved this. This was from a few years ago. And I'm just looking that maybe I don't have any of the Magnolia table runners in here, but they're great. But this is a homemade table runner that I made using some of this canvas. It's like canvas duck. It's pretty thick. It's black and white striped. And then I created a ruffle on the bottom of both ends. This is all hot glue, and then it has some rolled rosettes on it on both sides. And I need to get this out this year when I do my most wonderful time of the year pillow that has this strip of this on the edge. This is also a placemat. So I mean, you can make so many wonderful things for your house very, very affordably. This is another table runner that I made. I probably made this 4.5, almost 5 years ago. This is painter's drop cloth. This might have been one of the first times that I made a table runner. So painter's drop cloth, washed twice, dried twice. They get nice and soft. It's all crumbled because it's in the bottom of my box. But I did a ruffle on it, and then I did a whole bunch of rolled rosettes. I did this in the summertime, I remember now, because I used a blue bandana to kind of doll up the rosettes. And it has rosettes on both ends of it. This was a little bit wider of a table runner than what I normally do. But that was fun. Okay, let me see what else is in here. Oh, here's the snippet journal. So I'll definitely get this video. I'll have to do a little digging because it's been a long time, but that was fun. All right, what else do I have in here? Some of the rest of these are just little zip pouches and banners and stuff, so we won't look at those right now. But here's another pillow that I did the same idea as the previous one, that I used decorator fabric samples and in sort of this turquoisey light bluish combination. So there you go. There is, I don't know how many ideas. I've probably made at least 10 more pillows that I have either given to my daughter in love and my son, or I just don't know where they are. But anyways, I hope that I have inspired you, given you some ideas. You know, any one of these things could be created in your colors, your style. So I'm going to put a list of the pillow covers, the lumbar pillow covers, the wraps, the table runners, all that. I'm going to put that in the first comment. I'm also going to get the video for you with this, and I'll give you a link to magnoliadiy.com in case you want to go look at any of the stencil designs. If you're going to do a stencil, let me get an example. If you are going to do a stencil on a pillow cover, then you need to be sure that you're using ink and that you heat set it, so that in case you have a cream colored sofa, somebody comes in, their jacket's a little wet, they lean back against a pillow, then they move on your sofa. You don't want to get a big smudgy mess on your sofa or on the back of someone's jacket. So chalk paste will not work. Chalk paint should never be used on stencils. That will ruin them in a heartbeat. What you need is ink. You can get that at magnoliadiy.com. They have tons of different colors. And then you'll need to heat set it with a hot iron and a piece of parchment paper for 3 or 4 minutes. And then technically, this could even be washed. However, I attached the buttons with hot glue. So if I washed it, the buttons would all fall off. But if somebody leans up against it with a damp jacket or sweatshirt or something, or a bathing suit that's still wet, I mean, it's not going to smudge all over. So I just wanted to make sure I told you that. Oh, the other thing I'm going to get for you is the link to my YouTube channel, to the playlist for pillows. So some of them are in there multiple times because I've showed them, and then a few years later I re-showed that video. But if you just look through the list, you should be able to see every video that I have ever made on pillows. All right. Have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you guys again soon. Do a this or a this. That's a heart. Sprinkle, sprinkle if you feel like it. Let me know if you want any of my lists or the YouTube thing. Yes, I do show how to do the ruffles, Marcia. I'll also do those 2 table runners. I'll do a separate, well, I'll get it all. So come back and scroll all the way to the top and look at the top comments, and I'll put links to the 2 videos that I did where I made the table runners and I showed how to do it. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.